While we should be seeing altcoin season that is happening in 2026, a lot of people, including me, are realizing that it hasn't happened, and there's maybe some reasons behind why that's the case. Maybe it's because people are sitting on their hands. Maybe it's because institutional volume was high at points where we had ETF launches, where we had mentions of a lot of different cryptocurrencies mining and use cases galore for crypto. Um, Seeing Bitcoin at an all-time high of over 120,000, and then seeing things like XRP and BNB and Solana and many other things that are skyrocketing while majority of altcoins suffer. Some people consider that the altcoin season, right? A lot of money started to flow into the crypto market. But when I look at it, I'm just like, that doesn't make sense as a true altcoin season. Maybe it's to say that altcoin season will not happen, right? And I don't know. I don't know if that's the case, right? My strong belief is that we will still see altcoin season and it will just be delayed because of all the people that keep saying it's going to happen, it's going to happen, it's going to happen. And then when people say the opposite, where it's not going to happen, that's when it actually does, right? That's what my belief is. However, um, we have to look into what we see right now as well as what we can see in the future, but the future is truly unknown with how speculative this market is. So what we're going to do in this video is we're going to talk about the biggest news in the crypto market. We're going to go through the crypto market and just look at different coins and where they stand and all the highs that they hit and everything there. But before we get into that, make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Also, if you could check out some of the links down below, it does help out the channel. And if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, follow me on Patreon, at PerryHGA, you can follow me over there. Now, don't forget about my link at the top of the description for BTCC if you guys want to sign up for that platform. It is a good platform where you can leverage trade. Just know leverage trading is very risky, especially in this very volatile market. But if you want to be a part of that, you can use my link down below. If you use my link, you'll get a 10% deposit bonus. You can also get extra bonuses up to $10,055. Enjoy up to 40% lower trading fees, well with no VPN, no KYC that's required. And they're also doing a giveaway by the end of the month. So February 28th, by February 28th, if you sign up, deposit, and trade, you will be entered for that giveaway of 375 USDT given out to two different winners. So feel free to check it out. Link is down there. It's a great platform. But we're talking about just the overall crypto market, right? Not one specific position. Not saying that this is going to run more than this or anything there. We're looking at the entire market and kind of where things stand. So the market right now is not sitting pretty, but sitting kind of flat at the 3.3 trillion dollar mark. It is down by 2.5% in the last 24 hours. If we look at Bitcoin, it's sitting at about 69 to $70,000. Definitely down from that high point of 100 plus, 120 plus $1,000. Ethereum is sitting at a comfortable level for purchasing or even selling, it depends when you bought it, of $2,016. It's down by 5.4%. 8.7% for the last 7 days. XRP is down by a respectable 3.5%. And down by 11% for the last 7 days. Some might consider this as a huge opportunity to buy that position at a lower price. BNB is pretty much half the price it was at its all-time high, which is like 1,200 or 1,300. So seeing it down 4% today or down 18% for the last 7 days may be a steal to some people because you have that high point that it could get to or is going to get back to, and you're looking at a 100% gain. You have things like Solana that's down by 5.5%. You have Dogecoin that's down by 3.5%. Cardano that's down by 3% to 26 cents, which I feel like is a steal. Hyperliquid, 6 or 7%. 5% for Chainlink. You have 3% for Litecoin. HBAR is down by about 3% as well. Avalanche down by 4% as well. Kronos down by less than 1%. 3% for the last 7 days. So it hasn't really had much activity there, but it is at about an 8 cent price point. Want to see it a lot further than where it stands. Some of the bigger losers in the market, or bigger gainers in the market, you have Pippin that's up by 38%, River that's up by 33%, Stable it's up by 22%, Aster is up by 4%, and it starts, going down from there when you look at the top 100 there. Looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 positions out of 100 that are positive. Everything else is looking negative or like right in the middle, right where it's break even. But for this market, what's going on right now? All right, biggest news in crypto right now, as of February 10th, 2026, the crypto market is experiencing high volatility, with Bitcoin consolidating near $70,000 following a sharp $2 trillion crash, and over $2.7 billion in liquidations. Major developments include SEC regulatory pressure, record mining activity, and significant institutional movements by companies like MicroStrategy. So market volatility, we talked about that, $70,000 after the fall. After falling from its highs, which is about 120,000 plus. Michael Saylor, MicroStrategy, continues buying Bitcoin, vowing not to sell despite market pressure. And it's totally understandable. Like, they keep buying Bitcoin. This would be the time to buy it, right? If you were a Bitcoin maxi, or you believed in Bitcoin heavily, and you bought at 100,000, why would you not buy at 70,000? Why would you not buy at 65,000? That's a steal compared to the price that you were buying then. If you are adding into that position, it is great to add in at the highs, at the midpoint, at the lows, especially at the lows. So you have miner activity that's at its highest since 2024, with significant BTC inflows to Binance. Coinbase faces price target cuts from JP Morgan amid lower trading volumes. And again, it makes sense. You have lower Bitcoin prices. The fear doesn't mean that you don't see anybody buying. You may have some people that fear and sell off, but you have a lot of people that see that as an opportunity at $70,000. Same thing for XRP, same thing for AVAX, same thing for BNB, and many others that are in the market right now. So it's interesting, right? Bitcoin versus gold. And so different analysts continue to position Bitcoin as a better long-term investment than gold, despite short-term volatility. And I know that's been mentioned a lot, is that people should be invested into gold and silver at the moment. If you are buying gold and silver, no offense if you're buying gold and silver now, but if you're buying gold and silver, you will see a price appreciation over time, right? But to see the levels that you've seen recently, you're going to see a lot of money that's flowing in. People are chasing it, but then there's going to be a reaction to that money that was flowing in, right? From that higher point that's being created to the previous high that we saw, creating a little bit more fear in that market. Now, over time, you'll see that price appreciation, I'm sure. But I do think Bitcoin is a better long-term asset than gold, right? Gold is more consistent for sure. But I think if you're looking for those larger gains, bigger gains, and something that you can hold that will eventually become consistent, I think Bitcoin will be that. But many other things in the market as well can also be a very, very solid investment, like an Ethereum, like an XRP, like a BNB or Solana or AVAX or Atom or something like that, right? Top tier cryptocurrencies that all have their own specific use cases, right? But investing at the lows for one market or one sector is better than investing at the highs in another sector. So we're in a unique spot, right? When are we going to see altcoin season? Honestly, I don't know, right? The world may never know, as they say with the Tootsie Pop commercials, right? The world may never know, right? We'll know when we do know. And once that does happen, once we do see altcoin season truly materialize, I expect to see $5 to $10 trillion market cap, if not more than that. So if you guys could, let me know what you think about the market and where it stands, because it definitely is in a unique spot that I'm wondering if we truly are going to see altcoin season. I believe so, but there's always that doubt whenever you see these larger falls. Are we going to see an overreaction at this point? Because when the market is fearful, people want to be greedy. and we need that greed in order to create that FOMO? I don't know. We'll see. Guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Also, make sure you check out some of the links that are down below. It does help out the channel. I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.